Righty.
Oh, I should find that character sheet.
Yeah, I'll post it in the chat just in case.
I didn't mean to wear my museum activism shirt as a statement against Mucky Point's Lighthouse Museum, but it does fit.
It's still
Museums are not neutral.
Eleanor. Eleanor Ripley.
I have my NASA shirt on, but you can't see it because I put a warmer shirt over it.
I have my hot dog smoking gun, which means nothing. Every time I wear this, people are like, "What's that from?" I'm like, "It's from my shirt. It's from it's literally nowhere else."
It's its own thing. What about the gun? It's part of it.
I like to make up new puns every time he wears it. Especially ones that don't make sense. Where it's like, I must star do you die.
Where have you been?
I relish the thought of my eye patch.
I'm afraid you must die now.
That's way so much better.
You gotta catch up with the rest of us.
1,000 times better.
But make something up and send somebody. You should make up some elaborate story so that somebody, when they're done talking, you goes on this elaborate Google search for this rare anime and they can't find it. This guy Mark was telling you about this really cool obscure anime called Hot Dog Gunman.
Hot Dog Pirate Cop.
Hot Dog Pirate Cop.
Hot Dog Gundam.
Dumb.
I can't find it anywhere.
Cool. Let's set up our end of session move.
Yeah, moves.
End of session moves.
Let's
okay.
I'm gonna do a lot of sharing this time. I'm gonna share some wisdom and a memory.
I really want to undermine Mucky Point.
And I'm gonna show somebody that's still got it.
Alvin.
Yeah, I want to behave like we're going to a lighthouse. I'm going to behave like a woman half my age.
Nice.
Okay, I'll pull up
very specifically. At the end of the game, we'll have to assess what age you actually acted like. I'm sorry, you behaved like a woman 3/4 your age.
Close,
technically.
A little bit too much.
I'll dote as well.
Got my doting out of the way last game. I'm going to take a break. Take a break on doting.
Oh yeah, we doted on.
I mean, can you do anything with the XP, Nicole, at this point?
Yeah, I think we decided it'll get you more cozy little place bits.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know if we decided that.
Yeah, I remember him saying that in addition to, clearing out, you mentioned adding a new cozy place item. So that XP still means something once we
more stuff.
But for how long?
Oh no!
Yeah, the Gauntlet forum. That is one of the main guys who run it. Jason Cordova is the guy who wrote this game, and people are posting like, "Hey, has anyone ever played up to the Void Mystery before? Because no one can answer our questions about."
Oh no!
What we're supposed to do now. So I think we are on the cutting edge of Brindlewood technology.
Nice. Very nice.
Brindle. Wow.
Brindle. Woo.
The Brindle Wild Wild West. I regret that. Sorry.
No regrets.
No regrets.
There's no regrets in punstering.
Punnery.
Punishment.
Let's see. I think last time we saw our mavens, we were walking towards the lighthouse with.
Lighthouse sleepover.
Sleepover.
Lighthouse sleepover with Benny and Steven.
So every time it's.
Yep.
Oh, that's where the song reference. I get it.
Yeah, because you mentioned before we started that we're going to Benny, and immediately I was like, must figure out. Let's not get the stream muted for copyright infringement.
Yeah, do that minor one.
Yeah, do it in minor and we're
minor.
That's the perfect soundtrack for this little trip. Benny is still pretty drunk, but not too drunk to lead you down to the lighthouse and the keeper's shack, which is nearby.
Actually, I forgot his name was Benny. I just remembered him being Tug.
Benny Williams.
But we renamed him Cat, if I remember correctly.
Because of the cat.
Yeah. It's like, you're not Tug anymore. Now you're Cat.
It is getting pretty late in the night, and the lighthouse is lit and therefore easy to find. Probably if it was not Tug would have a lot more difficulty. But you do, and it's on as promised, it is on the rocky cliffs of Mucky Point with that astounding black stone base. It's a it's a lighthouse. It's a big old painted white. It has Mucky Point painted in block sans serif red letters on it, and the light is keeping the shore safe from the storm. There's no storm yet.
I have a feeling that about this time, I'm probably starting to develop a headache.
Yeah.
And I'm adopting Hyacinth's default position of Mucky Point.
I see it now. Great. So the Tug takes you up to the door of the lighthouse keeper's shack, which is basically there's the lighthouse, which is a lighthouse, and then probably less than 100 feet from the front door of the lighthouse is the shack, which is, it's really lives up to its name. It's a small wooden building, which has not weathered well over the years, but it has been, you can see it has been constantly repaired. You can tell from the outside that it leaks. And you see there is a dim light on inside, and Tug just walks on up. There's like a sidewalky type of path that goes to both. The path to the shack is clearly not as well kept. The lighthouse itself is a tourist attraction. People don't really go inside, but they go to see it and take pictures and do the leaning on the lighthouse kind of thing. The leaning lighthouse. Key point.
Is that a common thing that I'm not?
And Tug just staggers up to the shack and I bet you're gonna want to see Steven, because he's the one who gets to say whether we sleep over or not. And just starts pounding on the door. Steven!
How soon can we do pranks?
I think we are doing them now.
Oh yeah.
What are you all up to?
Oh, I have no idea. We have almost no clues.
I know.
I know.
Noticed it.
We've just been having conversations and getting to know people.
Well, we're only now at the scene of the crime. That's where we can. That's where we can really collect a lot of clues. All the clues.
And after too long, the door kind of creaks a bit open, and you see the face of a rather handsome young man. And he sees that it's Benny. Pushes the door open a little bit, like, Benny, I don't have anything for you tonight. And then he sort of notices that he has company, and is like, oh, hello, ladies, are you with Benny?
Well, I mean, we are now. We met him at the pub, and we decided to bring him over for the lighthouse sleepover.
We're best friends.
I'm sorry.
Sleepover.
Well, it's to be honest, it's a combination lighthouse investigation / sleepover.
We're here about the murder.
Oh, are you with Constable DeShane?
Oh God, no. No. In fact, we coined a little term earlier tonight. Alvin sucks.
It sucks.
Alvin
sucks. Ah.
He's he's trying to do his job. So I understand that it's a difficult job. I don't I don't appreciate the way he questioned me about Cyrus's death.
How did he question you? What was it about his questioning style to you that offended you?
Throwing accusations around here, there, and everywhere, just assuming that since I'm the one that was the closest, I had something to do with it, which nothing could be further from the truth. But now I have to run this thing by myself. Cyrus has been working here for 40 years, and he knows the ups and downs and ins and outs of everything. I'm not going to say that I'm lost without it.
You must be very, very, very capable and very strong and very lonely. But maybe for one night, you could have 3 ladies helping you out while we... Oh, yes. Yes, Penny and Benny.
We're very capable, much more capable than Alvin.
Alvin sucks.
Alvin sucks.
You know, I think we need to get some pins in the Monkey Point gift shop. Say Alvin sucks.
We could buy all of the little like tiny license plates that say Alvin. And then Wright sucks.
Put it back on the shelf.
Side quest.
Actually, let's go back there now.
The murder will still be there.
We'll take care of that on the way out of town after we solve the mystery.
It'll be a nice bookend.
Yeah. Stephen apologizes for being so rude and invites you inside. Opens the door and is like, I'm sorry, come in. I will make some coffee. What is, and he sort of checks his watch, taps a little bit. Oh, I'm still gonna make some coffee. Would you like some? I'm on a weird schedule right now.
No, that'd be really good. I could use some coffee, I think.
Oh, do you need a chore done? Maybe at the lighthouse? You could turn the light on.
Oh, the light's already on.
I could go turn it on or off or whatever needs done. Just check.
It's already on, man. That's all right.
Yeah, but like I could check out the light and just make sure it's still working.
And as you're talking to him, he's just kind of like focused on his task of like getting beans out of like a coffee can, not beans, but like ground coffee, and putting it into a like big percolator thing and putting it on a little hot plate.
I think Inez is very interested in being in a location where you can see most of a town, as someone who loves having binoculars and is like just cannot wait to be at like the top of the lighthouse and to be able to like see loves viewpoints like that. So I think that's behind the scenes what's going
on. Benny kind of stumbles into Rue a little bit. He's just like, did you know that in 1882, you can look it up. 1882, you can look it up. One of the lighthouse keepers here murdered the other one.
Oh, I'm gonna look that up.
And as you look around the shack, what do you see here, even today, that is a reminder of the murder that happened?
I'm assuming that we have Akiko with us. Yes. And she is fixated on a stain on one of the walls. She's just sniffing it and like doing the thing of opening her mouth to get a better scent of what that is.
What else?
I also feel like there's a coat rack where now Stephen hangs his coat. There's also another coat that's obviously much, much, much older, that's been there for a long, long time, that has some kind of dark stain on it that's unidentifiable at first glance, but it's not in good shape. It's a stained coat. Old.
I think my brain is not very creative. I've been teaching Python all week, so my brain is like, and there are knives.
I mean, there are knives.
There's like knives unsafely like kept in like all sorts of locations. There's like It's definitely like a knife rack, but they're like also in the bookshelf and in the walls.
There's like
That's
one knife actually in the knife rack.
Yeah, there's one in the knife rack, and the others are kind of like around in case you need them. That's the level of creativity I've got tonight.
Nice.
Knives everywhere.
Yeah. Tug points at the coat. It's like, you see that? That's old Whitney Brown's coat. He had an apprentice too, and he just stabbed him. I think they were drinking. I think they were fighting. I don't know. I think they get kind of crazy up here. They found him up here, just sitting on top of his body, just laughing and putting blood on his face. I had to get a whole set of new lighthouse keepers back then. And Steven turns around, he's like, Tug, come on, don't be scaring the ladies with those old stories. This is
Oh no, this is terribly interesting. I'm Googling it right now.
Oh wow, there are so many graphic images in this Wikipedia page.
We're getting a good signal out here.
So,
Probably an antenna on the lighthouse being the top point of Mucky Point.
but like you're not that far away from actual Mucky Point, Steven, but it's like
proper.
people don't like to visit out here.
I mean, it's kind of a tourist attraction. So there's me and Cyrus doing there's just me now doing the work that needs to be, tending the light, repairing, repainting.
And Eleanor tending your light.
I'm sorry?
Oh, snap.
Oh, sorry.
The coffee is ready. Let me
I didn't know that wasn't common knowledge. I was just trying to create a connection with. I read a book the other day. Rue let me borrow about how to win friends and influence people, and I learned that you should be interested and not just interesting, which I'm struggling with.
He hands you a little tin cup of very sludgy coffee.
Honey, it is not your
Whoever
fault.
wants it.
It's so hard for you to not be interesting.
I know.
And so he's like, he starts sipping on his own, and he gives one to Tug, and Tug just like, ugh. And so
Hyacinth takes up that mug and drinks the coffee way too fast.
He pulls up a seat at a kind of a rickety table, clearly meant for two, and starts drinking. He's like, "So, what's this about? What's this about a sleepover?"
Well, we have a lot of investigation to do into the death of Cyrus, and so we've been drinking at the pub, and we just thought, well, no time to start like the present, so we might as well make it a fun sleepover / investigation.
Investigation.
There's not a lot of, we don't really, there's not anywhere to sleep but the floor.
That's fine.
Oh, I wouldn't want you to be uncomfortable or anything.
We're going to be investigating.
And Tug is kind of like slumped over in the other chair, nodding a little bit, not asleep, but kind of passing out a little bit. Yeah. And Steven says, okay, well, one of you can use my bunk, and the other one can use Cyrus's, I guess. And I'll sleep on the floor, and I'll be sleeping come morning. But you're welcome to stay if you like. There's not really any place good to stay in town for if you haven't made plans with anyone. So I suppose the least I could do is be hospitable.
Well, why don't you tell us your take as to exactly what happened the day Cyrus died?
Best I know, he just slipped and fell. It doesn't make any sense. He's like a billy goat on that thing.
Right. Where were you when that happened?
I was downstairs painting the wind and the sun and just the weather. It's always a constant job. Pretty much 9 months out of the year, just repainting carts. I was around the base at the cliff edge. I can show you.
Yeah, we'd love to see all the locations. Also, did you notice anything? We heard there was some strange, like fishy oil around where he had slipped.
Yeah. There's a couple slippery patches up there. Cyrus is really good about making sure everything's clean. He sure sure as hell made sure I kept everything clean.
And you just to check, we like to dot our I's, cross our T's and everything. You did not or did see any crab people?
I'm sorry?
Crab, like part crab, part people. You didn't see any of them coming to or from the lighthouse at any point?
I don't understand.
Like,
do we understand this at this point? I can't remember.
Rue has just been like talking about the crab people all night.
I was gonna say, I
think we had been humoring her, but maybe we're not as drunk as we were.
I can't remember. Yeah. I mean, you've definitely heard me talking about them. I don't know if you would have seen the pictures in the book.
Yeah.
Which even if you did, I was like vague. It was like, so I can't remember if you would have had a chance to see the images or not.
Okay, so I imagine Hyacinth kind of taken aback and then kind of trying to dissimulate. Oh, yeah.
Sure. So have you been in town long?
Just since the last night bus.
Oh, wow! You're having a good time already, I see.
Well, got to make the most of our time here in Mucky Point.
We saw the museum.
Oh, that is an interesting little place. I don't really get up there that much, but tourists seem to like it.
The owner did not seem to be fond of Brindlewood Bayesians.
Nobody here is, really. I keep my opinions to myself. No one really wants to hear what I have to say. And really, I don't really talk to that many people except for Cyrus. I mean, I don't really talk to anyone anymore. So.
Well, we're certainly interested in what you have to say.
We would love to hear your opinions.
Do you want?
You're very interesting.
Meddling on.
Tell me more.
Let's see.
I can't tell if you're also if is trying to dote as well.
I think it might be her version of doting. Who knows? Yeah.
So I was trying to.
I guess my ex is seeing this person, so I'm sure there is some overlap of interest.
Right.
Trying to let you take the lead in case you wanted to dote.
Oh no! It's cool. I'm good.
Didn't want to interrupt you doting with investigating.
We could do both at once.
Well, exactly.
Feel free to meddle.
Efficiency.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
How would you like to meddle?
That's a good question. Let's taking a look at my character sheet.
Yeah, are there any cozy place items you could use?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I always have my homemade Uber coat. That's always an option. Being nice and swishy.
It's a little bit ripped up right now.
That's true. I sutured it with her sutures, but it's a temporary measure. So a little less swishy. Still swishes, just got some loose seams.
Oh, I just realized something, but it'll come up.
Never mind.
Steven says I usually keep my opinions about Brindlewood to myself because it's not really popular around here.
But we've heard that you were kind of treated unfairly here as well. Almost like an honorary Brindlewood Bayesian. People tend to avoid you and don't talk to you, which is silly.
I mean, I am from Brindlewood originally.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up there. Yeah.
I knew there was something nice about you.
What was your last name?
Blair.
Oh, he's one of the Blairs.
The Blairs.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't know you when I was seeing Vera.
Yeah, I grew up working at my mom's bakery, and I just love lighthouses though, just like all up and down the coast. We used to go visit them all over the place, and this one was close enough to home that I thought it would be fun to apply for a job when an opening came up, and I just got lucky, I guess.
The Blairs always follow their dreams, isn't that true?
Yeah, until sometimes dreams don't work out the way we want. But I mean, do you know?
Rue. I mean, Rue is a great interpreter of dreams. If you'd like to have one of your dreams interpreted.
She has the most wonderful dreams all the time.
So
Really?
fascinating.
A
What do you have dreams
source
about?
of boundless joy.
I have been having some weird dreams lately. Very
Oh,
vivid.
sure. And he pours himself another cup of coffee. Tell me, I love stories, so please go ahead.
Lots of dreams involving people with like wooden mask blank faces. That's a common theme to most of them.
It's very exciting. They're expressionless, right? And formed to people's faces.
Yes. And
We even saw one in real life that was kind of like that.
Oh, right.
Very strange.
Makes you wonder which thing fed which thing, the dream or the reality, which thing is feeding which.
So you had these dreams before you saw them.
Yeah, I actually had the dreams first, and then I saw the mask. I was like, that's from my dream. How weird. How very, very weird.
Do you know Mom?
I'm sorry, did I know what?
Do you know my mother back in Brindlewood, Melanie Blair?
Do we know her?
Do we?
Was that the Melanie of the baking off Melanie?
Oh,
okay. We know Melanie.
Oh,
what an angry person.
Yeah.
But a very good cook.
What a great cook. Should have won that contest.
Should have had her own bakery.
I mean, she did until.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Should still have her own bakery.
She blames that British guy. He opened up one of his bakeries from the TV show,
Riviera.
you know. Yeah, he opened up a bakery, and she blames him for losing business. And honestly, I mean, that guy can bake. Mom is a fine baker, but that guy can bake.
Could bake.
Sorry.
Good. Yeah, he
What
was
is
also murdered.
He was. I'm sorry.
Murdered.
Did he?
We saw that one.
Yeah.
That
We'll
was
saw
us.
this one too.
Not the ones that did it, but
No.
the ones that caught the ones that did it. It was very dramatic.
My mom wasn't involved in that, was she?
I don't think she did that one.
Trying to remember that.
She was
I think it
around,
was a jealous co-producer.
All right.
We solved so many murders that sometimes it's hard to keep them
I'm
straight.
trying to remember because I know that one we had a wrong conclusion first.
But then we got the right one on live television.
I think we accused your mother first incorrectly, and we learned our lesson.
It was all part of the plan.
She always blamed him for running her business, but it was really her. I don't think she was feeling well either, and it must have been, I don't know, she must have seen it in a museum or anything, but she said wooden masks. You said?
Yes.
Just like don't have any, and there's no eye holes or anything, right?
She rummages through a purse and pulls out a hand drawing.
And she showed up at the police station and scared Rue.
That's right. She seemed very distraught.
Very distraught.
Probably lost.
Probably.
Yeah.
Brindlewood Bay is hard to navigate.
It is very deceptively simple.
I mean, just the other day, you were on your daily walk and found yourself stealing bikes from someone just because you were in the wrong place. Oh, never mind.
Wrong place, wrong time. The other day, I messed up. I mistook a package, thought it was mine, and then sent it to the incorrect person. So if it is a mistake, it is not a federal crime, I've heard.
Oh, all right. You have been you've been having a good night. All right. So I'm sorry, were you?
We were meddling.
Was out of game here. So was she the one who rambled on and then passed out and went to the hospital? And
I believe that was her.
Yeah.
Who came and was like, I was trying to remember what all she said about, oh, you guys are next or something, or the cult's coming after you. Or...
She seemed a little culty.
Did she ever seem a little, I don't know.
Yeah, she
culty to you?
Seemed devoted.
To a cult.
She used to start she used to talk about these dreams she had, about the masks, about the nothing, about faces, and she just, I don't know. She's getting older. No, I mean, no offense, but she got older and just more erratic, and she just couldn't keep the bakery open. And I was not in town to help, so just went.
So this was a bakery in Brindlewood or a bakery here?
A bakery in Brindlewood.
Oh, so not the bakery.
Brindlewood Bakery.
Okay.
The Jolly Good, or the Sweet Sensations bakery.
Not the bakery.
That's right. Got you.
Not the bakery.
No, not the bakery. Oh, they have the best little croissants. They're so good. They're like fluffy, and Eleanor used to bring them down when she visited Cyrus.
I believe we were, I should offer our condolences since we were the last person to speak to your mother before she went catatonic and was taken to the hospital.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't had a chance to get back.
Well, obviously you have to watch The Lighthouse.
Yeah, and now even more so.
How hard is it to watch The Lighthouse? Is it something you could show us how to do and we could watch it for like a day while you go back and see your mother?
Yeah, we could take over.
I would.
And if we're really good at it, one of us could take the position and be a lighthouse keeper.
Whoa, it is a lot of work, and Cyrus yells at you. I mean, it's just a lot of work. There's a lot of things to keep track of. I don't know how I'm gonna. I know most of it. Anyone can do it. I'm sure you could do it. It's just I don't know what I'm gonna do without Cyrus just yelling at me about what to do all the time. He used to sing, like he used to be like these songs he would sing, like
shanties.
Shanties?
Yeah, but not like a sea shanty, like a lighthouse shanty, I guess. And they're mostly like about painting and repairing and oiling and all these things, just to sort of keep. But he would
like
sing
work
about
songs.
He would sing about Poseidon. He would sing about, like, he had this set of songs that he would sing mostly at night, and it's just, the song sticks in your brain, but I can't. You ever have a dream where you wrote something down or someone told you something and you wake up and you know that it was important, but you can't remember it?
I know what you
mean. That's kind of what
it's like on the tip of your brain, but you can't quite grasp at it.
Yeah. Only it's just, he sang it so often. I would think I would pick it up, but
that is very odd.
And he just actually gave you a void clue.
Oh no!
Oh, that was the wrong sound.
A prayer to King Poseidon. Baleful, dissonant song. Yeah. Have you seen the? I don't mean to. You probably haven't seen anything yet. You're only here for one night.
It's true. We haven't had much of a chance.
Yeah.
Seen the museum, the pub.
The way here.
Did you see anything on the way here?
Some exciting trees.
Tug showed us just about every tree.
Oh, good. Yeah. When he would sing those songs at night, there'd be lights on the water, and I would be watching.
Oh,
it turns out there were people in
in boats. We saw people in boats. That was not a tree.
That was just a normal thing that happens here, I'm sure.
We thought it was a festival.
A circle of boats with lanterns going around in a circle.
Forgot
to
about
Hecate
that.
and Poseidon. It seemed like a local festival.
Like
Brindlewood Bay has its own charming little festivals.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk about that when I bring it up. And once, when Cyrus was drunk and kind of singing to himself, I snuck out and took the rowboat out. And as I got closer, they just weren't there. It was like there's no fog, but it was kind of like rowing into a fog.
Do you have a boat big enough for 5?
I mean, I'm
Holds
sure
up the cat.
Plus a cat.
I mean, it'll be cozy, but I could.
We like cozy.
Let's try to sail out to the lights.
Let's do it.
Sail to the lights. Sail to
Sail
the
to the
lights.
Boat trip. Sail to the lights. Boat trip.
So wait,
Alvin sucks.
Alvin sucks. We have a way of convincing people.
Like right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we just saw the lights.
Did you
Can't
hear
wait.
singing?
Yeah.
And you can tell us if it's the same song.
Hecate beside it.
Yeah, let's go. He grabs his coat and hat and just rushes out the door. And Tug is.
And as we get a little bit
just
closer, you
face
make
down
out,
on the table,
never gonna
you know.
give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna
Escape the crown of Poseidon.
Then he pulls off the mask and it's Rick Astley.
Dance party.
Mystery
Voidiest of
solved.
voids.
The ultimate void Rick roll.
Cool. Yeah, he has hustled down to the shore. So there's like the lighthouse kind of on a cliff, and then there's a sort of winding path that goes down to a kind of rocky shore. There's a.
Do we need to leave someone in charge of this light building or?
Steven is bolting down to the
Okay.
boat, and Tug is passed out on the table.
Hyacinth kind of talks to Akiko and dispatches her up to the
Inez is torn because this is a very good opportunity to go to the top of the lighthouse,
Oh, yeah.
but also really likes the idea of this boat trip.
Well, I mean, we all need to go to the top of the lighthouse eventually and investigate.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. But I mean, we don't know how long the lights will be there. And after his story, I just figured
That's
seems
true.
urgent.
Yeah, like you're right. Let's go.
Yeah, so he is hurriedly kind of dragging the boat into the water and sloshing on the shore. Like,
Oh,
come on! They might
Exciting,
still be
a
there.
late night boat trip.
Late night boat trip. Late night.
I call right or
What has gotten into us, ladies? We haven't done anything like this in years.
yeah, like at least 3 days.
Yeah, someone go ahead and make a medal, I think, with
Somebody please roll something.
Oh
With,
yeah, we should actually look for a fucking clue.
It's true.
Instead of just
let's do
causing-
I'm
with,
not very clue motivated. I'm enjoying the story.
let's do. Actually, let's do it with.
If I stand at the bow of the boat with my coat flapping majestically, can I
It could
use
be our
my-
sail.
use
Oh,
my
you'd
thing?
also get a clue.
Use my special powery thing,
Queen of the world.
which is my, what is that?
The coat.
Cozy. That's a cozy thing that stays unmarked. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So you can just use it whenever you like.
I have some binoculars that might be useful too.
Which is that's what does the 3d6 drop lowest, right?
Yeah.
You'd think we'd have all these mechanics down after.
No, I'm going to ask every
Yeah.
time.
Nah, I ask
Single time.
every single time. What does this do again? How's this work?
How many dice?
Confused.
2 dice. Got it.
I'm gonna
Two
roll.
dice.
I rolled an 8.
An 8.
That's a respectable number.
It is. It's not bad.
All right. So. Yeah. So he pulls the boat into the water and hops in and screams.
Oh, sorry, real quick. Did you say what that was with, and does it matter as far as the
Yeah.
stat?
Timeout.
With
Forgot about that part.
probably reasons that you're looking around.
Oh, in that case, a 9.
Same thing.
Okay. Just world
Steve-
shaking.
Steven jumps in the boat, screams, and jumps out. And-
Steven, what is happening?
Oh, is it too cold?
And he
Is it
kind
a
of
snake?
falls backwards on his ass and kind of scuttles backwards. And
Crab
person.
people.
Is he scuttling like a crab person?
Yes.
in the bottom of
Just
the boat,
Root glaring at him.
kind of like curled up in a fetal position, is a human skeleton.
No.
I take it from your reaction that was not there the last time you got in his boat.
That was not there the last time I got in this boat. Is this a prank?
I wonder if a medical bag can help here.
Yeah, maybe I could identify the person from their teeth.
Who sent you?
Is there a
This isn't
Google
funny.
dental reverse image search function?
Yeah, like a
Did-
convolutional neural network.
Stephen, this is
did
not
Sandy
our
tell-
doing.
Sandy,
We
What?
had a different prank in mind, and it had to do with the lights. It did not have to do with this.
where did that come from? Did you
Probably
put that
from
there?
a person who died a long time ago and then decomposed. At this stage of decomposition, it has been quite a while. So like really the first things that would happen would be some bloating, and then we would start getting some of the first round of corpse flies.
Odds are it's not somebody after you at all, Stephen. We've got a lot of enemies in our time,
And
from all of our time solving murders.
Regardless of who they were after, now they're just a pile of bones, and they can't hurt us.
Okay. Okay, you seem to know a lot about skeletons. Are you a I'm sorry, I don't even know any of your names. Are you a doctor?
Well, Inez has a doctor's bag.
I have a doctor's. I worked as an academic, so like a research doctor. So like not a doctor, but like I do have a medical bag that we used to use in clinical trials. An enthusiast, yes.
Okay. Well.
But I could investigate these bones with some of the
As long as you don't need a speculum.
tiny hammers. I do not have a speculum on me at the moment.
We used that earlier for us. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You'll find out about it one day when you grow up.
He's like looks super offended.
I have these tiny little hammers that we could use so we could use one of these reflex hammers to test the density of the bones to see how long it's been here. And if I measure the hips ratio, we could tell if it
Do you have a bone saw?
I got a bone saw. We could saw these bones open.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not the medical expert here, that's Inez, but do bones have rings like trees? Can you tell age?
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead and make a medal with
I'm gonna saw open. Well, really the femur is the place if you really want to get a good look.
It's a good thick bone.
Much like a tree, you can tell when there were good years and bad years in a person's life by the marrow rings.
So glad you're here. I'm learning so much.
So you can roll with advantage, and you have a reason +3. So let's get it.
I can do this bone rings.
Bone rings.
Oh no!
Bone rings.
I rolled. I get a +3, so I rolled a 7. But +3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hell of a.
I also rolled a 1, so that was not supposed to be good, but looks like we made it.
Looks like we made it.
Tell me what are you cutting?
I am
femur,
cutting
right?
a femur, right in the middle of the femur to try to get the thickest part of the femur. And I'm sawing, and then like just halfway through break it.
I really feel like the murder mavens have bought into our own hype now, and we're so confident when we have no idea what we're doing.
I think we are now white tech bros.
Oh no.
So you are able to determine it is a woman. And in fact, the skeleton has a gold ring on its ring finger.
Oh, look! While I was looking at these rings, I saw on the finger a ring. Good thing we were looking for these rings.
Is that a clue?
Yes.
But what do the rings tell us, Mark?
Are you? Tell me what you're doing.
I was just fucking with you. But I am looking at the rings as if they are tree rings and looking for thicker rings.
It's just like a wedding ring or like a wedding band.
Oh, I was looking at the bones rings. Anyway. Wedding band. Fine.
Is there anything like written on it or?
Yeah.
When you go to take it off the finger,
which is just a
the
bone,
word.
right?
Yeah. you hear the word "stop"
Oh.
coming from the head of it, and the hand actually slips forward and grabs your wrist and pulls you closer to it.
Does everyone see this, or I'm only experiencing
No,
it?
you definitely see it. And it pulls you.
Did we all
close
hear
to
the
its
voice
face.
too?
Yeah. And Steven is
Oh,
just
no.
like lost. Like Steven is not having it. And it
So
pulls
we
you
all
close
just
to its
heard that.
face and says right in your face, "There's nothing for you here." And the bones just like fall like they weren't. There's no ligament or anything, so they were just held together somehow and are no longer. They're like bones in pieces now. And
Hyacinth is ineffectually bapping at the skull with her purse.
Yeah, and
I got bone dust all over me.
On your wrist, and the ring is still on the hand. And Steven's just like, what? Who was? Why? Wait, that was. You heard that voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that voice. Did you hear that
I heard
voice?
the voice, and it grabbed me.
It said there is nothing for you here, Mucky point.
I mean, it's got a point there.
Where's the lie?
That should be Mucky Point's tourism slogan. There's nothing for you here.
For you here. Yeah, we're still like riffing on this. Wow. I mean, I don't know. There is the lighthouse, right? That's something.
That was Mom's voice.
Wait, what?
What?
Like your mom, as in Melanie?
Melanie Blair.
Yeah.
That isn't her ring, is it?
Or her.
That is her ring. It should say Melanie and Walter on the inside.
I'm gonna call Gary.
Yeah.
Gary.
Meanwhile, I'm Gary, deputy cop.
I'm going on a bike ride.
My wheels are on the wrong side.
Or Dolores, if she's available. Whoever's there.
It's going backwards. That clue was evidence of black magic.
Oh, okay. Void clue or clue?
No, it's just a regular clue.
Just a regular clue. Just a Mucky points.
Yeah, ringing up Gary. It's probably past midnight now.
It's okay. This is important.
Yeah, so it goes to voicemail, and it's like, "Hey, okay, it's recording. Great. Yeah, just leave a message, and if it's for the police, call the police station. If it's for me, great, leave a message, and I will figure out how to check this and get back to you. Good. Hello.
Don't have high hopes for that.
Oh, this is Gary, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, leave a message. Bye."
Oh, it's nice to hear his voice.
Gary, Rue, I'll try calling the police department, but if you get this, call one of us.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hyacinth is already trying to send him a text.
We'll dial Brindlewood PD.
Yeah, Steven is super like just losing his shit on the bridge now. Yeah, so you
like that we are not calling Alvin.
No.
Fuck Alvin.
He's useless. We have no use for him.
Alvin sucks.
He was mean to us.
Can you make a so you're calling the police department? What are you afraid that might happen?
Hopefully Dolores will be
no
there.
one there.
Afraid the sheriff will answer.
No,
sorry. This is Rue is doing this.
I mean that's actually was my first thought, but
I was wondering if it would be some bad supernatural outcome.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but the sheriff knows exactly what you're doing and why. Go ahead and roll night move with. Yeah, I think this is gonna be composure.
Oh, good. That's my strong suit.
That's the strong suit.
So
this
composed.
is just a good old standard roll, right?
Yeah.
Highly composed.
Ooh, a 10, biatches.
Nice.
Man, we got some rolling going on tonight.
10
you got Dolores.
plus-
No, that was a total of 10.
Okay, yeah.
Dolores!
Dolores!
Hi,
Dolores.
Hi, Dolores. This is Rue McCormick.
Rue, oh my God, it's been so long. How are you doing? It's
Dolores.
really late.
It is. I wouldn't be calling.
I heard you were going to Mucky Point for some reason.
I can't believe they got her on the night shift.
I am here with the girls in Mucky.
Oh, say hi to everyone for me.
Dolores is day shift material, and they know it.
Girls, Dolores says hi, girls.
Hi, Dolores.
You tell her she's being underutilized.
Yes.
You are being underutilized, Dolores.
I'm just working a double shift tonight because Sheriff Dalrymple's out doing something.
So we just needed to check on something. Are you familiar with that lovely young lady, Melanie Blair, who and then all that went on with her, and then she went to the hospital and all that, right?
Yeah, she came down to Mr.
Well, we were wondering if maybe you could check her status, because we have come across a human skeleton.
Oh my God.
That, for various reasons, we think might be her. We're with her son in Mucky Point.
Oh, Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen.
How's he doing?
As well.
I'm sorry.
How are you doing, Stephen? Dolores would like to know how you're doing.
Stephen, how are you feeling?
He's not feeling good.
He's not feeling great right now, mainly due to the skeleton that may or may not be his mother.
I like the idea that we're like a bucket brigade of asking questions. Ask Stephen how he's doing. Oh, okay. Stephen, how are you doing?
So we were just wondering.
Of course, yeah, I got you. Just hang on a second, and I will. I will check out for you.
We'll just hold, please. It'll be fine. Thank you, Dolores. I'm on hold with Dolores.
Oh, she plays the best hold music.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of hold music is going on there?
She puts on the local pop station.
Local AM radio.
That's a strange version. I don't think I've heard that.
It's the carnival version, the drunken piano, the Tom Waits version.
Manny.
Dolores picks back up. She's like, Rue, you there?
Yes, I am, Dolores.
Yeah, she was in her room this afternoon. She is not there anymore. She did not check out.
She did not check out.
No one saw her leave.
Well, that might be something that bears more investigation on your end as well. We will continue.
Does seem like a missing person.
We will continue to investigate our end.
Great, I'll call the sheriff and let him know right away.
Yeah, we would not want to overstep into police business,
it's pretty late, and I know the sheriff. He works very hard. He's very overwhelmed. Maybe you should call Gary instead.
Well, I'll just get the sheriff on the radio. It'll be fine. I think Gary's sleeping right now. He needs a lot of sleep.
He does sleep quite a bit. I think it's part of how he keeps his energy.
It might just, you know how the sheriff can get annoyed with us. It might be best if it remains, if he does not know that you were alerted to the situation by us. I think he would take you more seriously. The information.
You are going up there investigating murder without anyone knowing. You're investigating murders outside of Brindlewood Bay now? Rue McCormick.
Well, we were just here seeing the sights. And we stumbled upon this skeleton. Well, we were not looking for a skeleton.
Not the murder we were trying to investigate.
We were actually just trying to have a sleepover at the lighthouse.
Now we have 2 murders.
I can't imagine
we're behind.
This must be someone playing a trick, because there's no way that. Did you say it was a skeleton?
Yes, isn't that strange?
I don't see how anyone could take a woman who is in Brindlewood Bay, remove her skeleton, and take it to Mucky Point without letting anyone know. It seems messy at the very
there's
least.
only one bus that comes here, and it only comes at night. And we didn't see any skeletons on the bus.
It has a ring that Stephen definitely thinks belonged to his mother, so that's something.
And her voice.
All right. Is he doing okay? How is he handling it? Did you tell him already?
He's a bit distraught, so we're comforting him. Will you just keep us in the loop?
Yeah, I'll let you know if
you find out.
We find anything over here, of course.
Thank you, Dolores. You are a peach.
You are a doll.
And
Bye-bye.
I'll do the same if we find out anything relevant over here.
All right, I'll keep my ears open. Have a good night.
Thank you, Dolores. Good night.
Stephen
I
is
didn't-
still sitting
I
on the
didn't
beach,
think-
just clutching his knees, rocking back and forth.
I thought the whole voice thing was probably just a little much for a quick phone call.
That's a good point. Sometimes I don't know where the line is, and I trust your judgment.
Didn't really know where to go with that one, and Dolores.
Just let her know the simplest facts of the matter.
Yeah, we don't want to tie up the police line. It's very important that people be able to get to Dolores.
I was afraid if I mentioned the voice thing, she might just think we had too much to drink, which I have, to be fair.
That's true.
But y'all haven't, and you heard it too.
Yeah, we're just giving Dolores a clean slate to work from without any of our assumptions.
Right. I mean, the voice thing won't help her in her investigation of where Melanie is or whatever. So it's kind of irrelevant to her. Just be distracting.
She should know about the crab people, though, probably.
I think everybody should know about the crab people, but again, some things are best left until you've accrued enough evidence to have a solid case.
5 weeks later, there's posters all over Brindlewood about the crab.
Have you seen me?
Have you seen me?
Anonymous posters.
If
Who's
you see
posting
something,
those?
say something.
All in Comic Sans.
Great, what are you doing next?
Ordering a Costco-sized tub of tartar sauce. And then mystery-wise.
Are we still going to try and vote out to the lights?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's even more
imperative.
important now, isn't it? Stephen, I know this is a lot, Stephen. You want to?
Rude, if we're going to buck Stephen up, this might be a time for a memory of a late family member.
That
is very. You are so wise, Hyacinth.
That's true. I could dote while you do that. We could double
Perfect.
perk him up.
Stephen, let me tell you a little something about my late husband, Roger. Now, he was a very international man. He had to face many adverse circumstances, both on sea and land and in the air. And you know what? He told me one time that when he was in a situation very similar to ours, he was on a boat and they were going to investigate a wreck of a boat, and they didn't know what they'd find. They might find bodies of their friends, of people they knew. They did not know, and it was very stressful. It could be very traumatic. And Roger said to me, he said, you just have to think and reframe in your mind what's the best possible scenario that could happen, not what's the worst possible. The worst possible scenario, he liked to say, use a phrase, borrowing trouble. You're just borrowing trouble you don't have yet. So why fret about that? Because it could be great. Maybe you'll find that everyone's fine and they're alive. There's so many good things that could transpire as well. So why don't you try to manifest those by putting your brain in a positive scenario and imagining the best possible scenario. Perhaps we will find a joyous group of revelers or someone who will have information about Cyrus or your mother. There's all kinds of wonderful roads this little boat trip could lead down, Stephen.
What do you think the worst outcome of you trying to get you back together might be?
The worst outcome would be that he is somehow affiliated with this cult or whatever, and therefore wants to keep us from them at all costs, including possibly if he has to kill us, he will.
Yeah, I think that is true. And not only that, he will act on that impulse immediately.
And then explode.
And then explode.
Do some bad things.
And then have trauma.
And I think he's already got that.
Oh.
So you're using presents to calm him down.
Yay. We all know how good we all are at presents.
We're so present.
We can pool all of our presents together.
You can have some of mine.
Zeros across the board.
Zero.
As a matter of fact, let's multiply our presences together.
Yeah, triple Z's.
And this is just a standard 2d6 roll, yes?
Yep.
Just double checking.
Oh, no.
Each time we do it.
9.
Ah, it's a hot
Straight up.
rolling night.
A straight up 9.
We should go to the casino.
Right? No kidding.
Yeah, Steven is a little bit he sort of looks like he fuged in and out a little bit while you were talking, so probably didn't get all the content. But he has moved back to where he can, like, okay, this is probably just someone messing with us, right? Whoever did this to Cyrus is probably going to do something. Someone's going to do something to me, right? Okay.
That's why it's imperative that we stay with you.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I still think it doesn't make sense. But I'm sure this is Mom. We have to do something. We have to bury her or something before we can take the boat out. Help me.
Okay, you want to bury her in the sand over here? Do you want to make a little sandcastle above it, or like say some words?
Yeah, I think
or do you want to bury her at sea? I don't know. What would she have wanted?
She didn't like the water.
Oh. Should we put her in a little box? We could put her in my bag.
Well, Steven, keep in mind, we're not 100% sure this is your mother. She was in Brindlewood Bay this afternoon. So for her to become a skeleton by now is well, it's impossible by natural means.
He goes to the skull and starts like looking, like to see, like, is there like a little Bluetooth speaker or something? It's not. It's just a skull. It's hair on it still.
But we have Dolores looking into that, Steven. We have
Who's Dolores.
She's
our best.
Lady? She is Brindlewood's best police officer.
Oh, well, that's great.
I imagine that Dolores is like an 18-year-old that's interning at the police station.
And we have her looking into your mother's disappearance. So we'll find out what happened.
You heard her say, "There's nothing here for you."
That is exactly what people say when you need to investigate things.
But you heard her voice.
I did. Yeah, I did. That's not just you, Stephen. We all heard it.
We heard it.
How could that possibly be?
Well, I don't have an answer for you.
But probably the best way to find out is to sail out to those lights.
Hyacinth always speaks rationally and logically.
I've heard that sometimes these cliffs can do strange things with sound.
That is true. I like the old legend of the sirens at sea and things, that I'm sure completely scientifically explainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those like mermaids? They're like mermaids, right? Or birds? I forget which ones they are.
Oh, well, sirens are like mermaids that lure sailors to crash onto the rocks.
I heard they were just like seals. But like,
that's like the Selkies, right? That's what
I mean, like lonely sailors saw seals and were like, "Give me some of that," and then made up. I don't know. Cyrus used to talk a lot about.
I thought they were separate things, but I am no expert on maritime legends.
I mean, none of it's real, so I guess it doesn't matter.
We only know about like 10% of the weird creatures that live out on the oceans.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. The ocean is the last frontier.
I'll go back to the shack and grab some shovels, and we can have a little something here. Would you mind waiting with her?
Not at all. But keep in mind, we don't know how long those lights will be out there now. And they could have something to do with your mother if it is your mother, so it might be urgent to get out there.
We could put her in my bag for safekeeping.
I don't know that a whole skeleton will fit in your medical bag.
A lot of bones.
A lot of bones.
Skeleton bag of holding. Medical bag of holding.
I don't have any other containers other than my sun hat.
Yeah, so he goes back to the shack, grabs some shovels.
Fine.
Do you want to do anything while he's gone?
Hyacinth is telling Rue about strange sea creatures she's seen in her pulp adventure days. I didn't see a crab person, but I have seen monster crabs before.
Interesting. Do tell.
Under
Could be
certain
related.
circumstances, they can grow up to 20 feet tall.
Spider
Whoa.
crabs, yeah.
They're at you with their little beady eye stalks. But they're really gentle for all that.
Underwater spiders.
Yeah, think underwater spiders.
All I know, ladies, is I've really been getting the sense that there is more than we know in the normal world.
Well, like things we haven't discovered with science yet.
That as well.
Or bizarre monsters that make a mockery of our human knowledge of the world.
Or that. I'm just saying we need to be open to all possibilities.
There's
Even-
the hippy dippy.
Yeah.
Even some that might seem a little wacky.
Are you going to try to sell us crystals again? I don't want to buy any crystals.
I still am paying back for those essential oils. You really got us
look,
that time.
That was not my intent. However, I do still maintain that best case scenario, they have some powers. Worst case scenario,
The
they have
problem
some
is-
pretty rocks.
The problem is we didn't have any other people to sell to because you had already done the selling to us.
I am not the best at marketing.
Mine
Does
just
that-
seemed to encourage the aphids more.
Oh, I think that might have been from the bad batch we got from China that were artificial.
Oh.
Quartz.
Steven returns with some shovels.
Oh, time flies.
And he's actually got 2 picks and 2 shovels. And he's like, I think right here by the edge of the cliff, and it's, a few.
We're
hundred
gonna
feet away.
pick into the cliff face.
I mean, it's sandy, rocky beach, so you can definitely get in there.
Does anyone
Well,
know a work song we could sing?
Alvin sucks.
Alvin sucks.
Alvin sucks.
Alvin sucks. Alvin sucks.
Take that
Alvin
dig in.
sucks.
Yar, hi, Alvin sucks. And it takes a while.
God.
Especially
Like
for
3
some
in the morning now.
for some weak old ladies with picks.
Yeah. He's doing most of the work, to be honest.
Are we gonna just do vitality rolls for each pick?
I don't think so, because that's not going to go good for anyone.
I would definitely like to hold on to one of these picks because I think they might be good against crab people. Get
You
right
might
through
be
that
right.
shell.
And so the hole gets big enough to put the probably y'all can gingerly take the bones, including the one you cut in half, to the.
Oh yeah.
It makes it easier to carry.
Is the ring still on there? Is he taking the ring, or what's the status of the ring in the finger?
I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it
As an earring. No.
a matching one. So he's like, I'm not really good at this. Can you say? Would one of you like to say some words? I'm sure you've had more experience with funerals than I have.
Melanie Blair was a very determined person. Very driven. Very sure of her dreams.
And she got to achieve those dreams for a long time.
Something that
Everyone does that.
many of us don't get to do.
Mm.
And
My
hopefully,
Sam wanted to have a restaurant. It was always just like a little dream that he kept on a shelf in the back of his mind.
He would talk about that, and then we go off on a tangent about Sam for like a half hour.
Yeah.
Sam would always talk about that restaurant.
He went to the bakery once and said, "Oh, look, there she is, Melanie Blair, living the dream."
Living the dream.
and hopefully these are not her bones. But if they are, she had very nice bones.
And if her spirit is talking to us now, then I'm sure it will speak to us for the rest of our lives.
My Vera once worked at a
Yes.
bakery, which she detested. But Melanie was a person who liked it very much. So it is not in the bakery that makes something right or wrong, but in the desire.
Oh, yeah, look, in the corner. This is how serendipitous is this that in my coat I have some sage.
So appropriative.
I thought you were going to say appropriate, but yeah. You're not wrong.
Oh, that's our Rue.
Melanie, may if this is you, which we hope it is not.
But whoever it is.
Yes, not
whoever
Melody.
this is, may you guide us to help avenge you and keep us safe.
We swear that we will avenge you. And I put the pick into the sand.
And it explodes.
I saw that in a movie and I thought it might be really cool to try.
That was nice.
And I wonder now if we are bound to it.
Nice cap. Stephen, would you like the ring? Is that how this
yeah.
works?
Okay.
I mean, this is
That's fair.
He has a little breast pocket in his uniform. Like, great, that was really nice. And starts covering it up with rocks and sand, which also takes a little bit, but not as long as digging it did. And it's probably like 4 a.m. now.
Woohoo!
Woo! Time for a boat ride.
Probably get a little sleepy, but
no, I'm kind of afraid that ring might
through.
fall out of your pocket. Maybe I should keep it on instead.
It's got a little like a button
Clasp.
Very,
all right,
it's a very crisp, well taken care of uniform. So.
Fine. The coat I took off the rack in the lighthouse will serve.
Wait,
Oh, no.
What? Don't wear that.
Very warm, and I didn't have a jacket on me.
Wait, you didn't take the old bloody one, did you?
I took the murder coat accidentally.
Oh my.
I feel like "don't wear that" are words that kind of follow Inez around.
Don't wear that.
So it's like, well, it's been a very long time. Do you think they're still out there? I don't. The songs never really went on that long, but we can still take a look if you want. And you see like it's not sunrise yet, but it's sort of like that like softening of the horizon before the sun comes
Steven,
up.
if you need to go to bed, you can go to bed. We can go out and check it out. But
this
we
is
want
like
you to
noon for me.
we want you to be protected by us.
I feel like
we could just go check out the lighthouse instead. So I guess we can't actually see from here whether we still see lights or whatever.
Yeah, we could see from up at the top of the lighthouse if there's still lights down there. And if there are lights down there, then we can run down and get the boat.
This sounds like a plan.
All right, I would caution against running, though. It's not safe.
Fish oil, slippery.
Fish oil.
Yeah, I did my best to scrub the fish oil off the stairs and the blood off the
I
rocks,
heard that if you use an oil, it will also dissolve an oil, which doesn't make it like quite intuitive sense, but it does make rational sense. What did you use to scrub it off?
Vinegar.
Vinegar and an oil. No wonder you've got slippery problems.
That just makes vinaigrette.
Yeah, you're just making dressing.
Just making some lighthouse salad.
Fish vinaigrette.
So he walks back up to the lighthouse, and there's 2 doors, and there's like a chain around the doors, big handles. And he pulls a key from under his thing. He's got a little chain and unlocks it, and undoes everything. Big clanky chains, and throws the doors open. It's like, come on in. I can show you around, or you're welcome to. You're here, so my lighthouse is your lighthouse.
And this is the main room at the top of the lighthouse.
This is like the big bottom room.
Oh, the big bottom room. Okay.
Yeah. In the black stone, there's like a square base.
Oh yeah.
As you step inside the lighthouse, what evidence do you see that suggests that all the lighthouse keepers through the years have had ... strange beliefs.
Okay.
Well,
go ahead.
One is the shelf of books, which it seems like it was a tradition for every lighthouse keeper to contribute a book because they're like increasingly old ages as you go back across the shelf. And they're all like very strange books about kind of, like occulty things and, selkies and alternative religions or beliefs. Or see myths of like how to protect yourself from Poseidon and the Kraken or things like that.
I like the notion of all of them being these apocalyptic how to protect yourself against the coming darkness sorts of things.
Yeah.
Revision 2.
I figured there are portraits of each of the previous lighthouse keepers, but each of them you have a little placard with their name, and each of them has some secret society title in front of their name, and the picture shows them in like all sorts of different kinds of regalia. So it's like not even, they were all part of the same arcane society. They all sort of went their own directions.
Things like Master of the Wax Crown level 4.
Yeah, exactly.
And the more like immediate thing is that all of any mirrors or reflective surfaces or sources of water are covered as to not let something in.
Yeah.
But with something that usually has like a drawstring, so you can easily like hoist it up to look at yourself and let it go so it covers it.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Don't let it in.
So there's a big spiral staircase that goes up around the outside of the inside of the lighthouse, and there's also you can see a staircase going down, and that's where
Hyacinth is already headed for that.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, what's down?
Just like, I just need to take care of the generator and do some cleaning up. It gets pretty messy.
Well, the light's not. Well, once the sun rises up, will be an optimum place. But I also think down does look very interesting. There could be tunnels.
There are lots of stairs here.
Oh, let's follow them all the way down.
So, going down should be going into the cool, super old black section of the lighthouse, right?
Oh, you're already in that section. Yeah,
we're just going further into it.
Yeah, who knows how much farther.
This is older than Mucky Point.
Yeah, that's right, it is. How'd you know that?
Therefore, more interesting.
You must have gone to the museum.
We did.
We learned a lot.
Bet you did. Great. So follow him down the stairs, and so it's cramped. The lighthouse itself at the bottom is however far across, 60 feet or whatever. Pretty big, but as you go down, it's one flight of stairs down into a basement kind of area. It is dark, and they're kind of like semi burned out, dim sort of utility lights with the little grates over them, and there's a big generator at the bottom, and a bunch of cans of like a fuel oil and cleaning supplies. And there's like a workbench, and there's a bunch of tools hanging down from one side, a cabinet that clearly has like just like big drums of paint, just like lots of maintenance type things. And he goes to the generator and takes a screwdriver and unscrews one of the panels and opens it up and starts fussing around inside.
So the lighthouse is not hooked up to the power grid of the city?
Oh, no, it's got its own power here. I mean, we used to have to crank it by hand. The big, and he points that there's like a big, there's a big shaft that goes up the middle, and it's not open in the main floor, but there's a pillar in the main floor. It's like, it's everything's dripping from down here, and I'm sure this is how lighthouses work.
It is on a 70s TV show or whatever.
Yeah, the power is transferred up to the top through mechanical things, and that's what makes the light turn.
So wait, has the generator off right now?
Oh no, it's still running.
Okay. I was
Okay.
gonna say,
What about the
let's-
light?
Yeah.
The boats are gonna crash.
So you're just checking on the generator.
I'm just doing some maintenance.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I mean, is there something down here you wanted to see, or are you
Well, we just
I just want to know how far down it goes.
well, and also, first rule of scary things: don't split up.
I mean, this isn't scary. This is just where I work. So it's
Rule
just,
number 1 of scary things.
Well, we did just
Oh,
bury your
it
mother's
sucks.
bones outside,
yeah.
so
And he kind of fingers his pocket a
The
little bit.
ring.
Kind of looks sad.
But we could leave you if you need some space. We also understand that some people need that.
I'm used to being alone, so it's actually kind of nice.
I feel like Hyacinth is kind of poking around looking for other signs of arcana or like symbols carved into the walls or anything like that.
Yeah,
Well,
why don't you make a meddling roll with reason? It's like
Reason. My reason is 1. Okay. And I don't think I have anything that can help me here of value. Although we could.
yeah.
Oh, I was saying we could burn our book Royal Crown Mystery
Oh yeah.
thing. Like
yeah,
this.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, this is just like Amanda Marcotte and the Coven of Salem.
Oh, it is.
where who is it? Amanda Crown? No. Amanda
Robin.
Delacourt.
Robin,
Amanda Delacourt.
Amanda Delacourt discovered that the objects in the room didn't seem to be part of any sort of cult or anything, but they were arranged in such a way, like the patterns and seemingly innocent way things were put together actually was the secret language of the coven. I'm so sorry.
That's great.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm rolling 2, right? I don't have.
Oh, you
anything.
automatically get a 12 plus for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
glad I'm not the only one who immediately forgets all mechanics every game.
I don't remember anything.
It's like me with the setup things for improv stuff. Just gone.
Or how many weeks did we play Pandemic, and still every week we're like, wait, so
If
what
I have,
happens
yeah.
now?
To be fair, they did change the rules every week.
That's true. They change like every.
So
But the setup.
Hyacinth, when
That's true.
when she's poking around, she does see
And our
there's
characters.
big. I mean, the whole place is dirty, but there's a spot that seems disturbed. And when you kind of push away the grime and stuff, you can it's under a good amount of dirt and grease and whatever. But you slowly make out the edges, like the indentations, and as you follow, it's like this is a little hatch that could be opened.
Secret hatch.
Okay, and Hyacinth tries to open the hatch immediately.
Yeah, let's go.
It's very
Don't let
tough,
the water in.
and it's clanking around, and Stevie notices. He's like, "What is that? I've never noticed that before.
Nice.
Is that there's a secret, Cyrus?
Rule number 1 of lighthouses is know your lighthouse.
I mean, I know everything else, but I never thought to look for a secret compartment in the basement. This is, and he kind of he pulls at the latch, the thing that you pull on? What do you call it? Handle? The door handle, and eventually it kind of like comes loose.
Yeah.
And it's a big, it's like a 2 foot by 2 foot or 2 foot by 3 foot like metal plate, almost like a manhole cover, only not round, and sort of drag it aside. And there is a
dead body
chest made of dark wood in there.
Open the chest.
Yeah.
By the way,
looks,
I have
very similar to the chest that was in the basement or the attic.
Even though
I'm sure that's just
it's
a
probably
coincidence.
not very convenient because I'm a super weak old lady, I'm still holding the pick.
Oh yeah, I've been holding my pick too.
I did
this
not
whole
let go of
time.
that pick.
I do not have my
I
pick with me.
promised that I would avenge the death with this, so I have it.
So we're going to try to open this chest, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got the same sort of like iron hasp that the other one does. Not
It's
a
a
lot.
puzzle box.
It certainly feels very anticlimactic to just be like, nah, let's walk away from it. Let's walk away.
Well, that's yours. You take care of it.
Well, my curiosity is satisfied here. We should go back to Brindlewood.
You know, there's probably something in there we shouldn't mess with. Let's go home.
Open it.
Okay,
Open it.
I open it.
Yeah, so it's easy to flip the hasp and open it up, and you
Does it have
are
treasure?
almost blinded. There's stacks of gold coins in there.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we found some pirate treasure.
Not what I
and yeah,
expected.
Yeah,
Me
and
either.
they're like old but shiny. It is,
Thought there's-
and Steven is just behind your shoulder, and like you can hear his jaw hit the floor from behind you. It's like
Clatter.
that is a lot of gold. There's a gold chest. That's
Hyacinth tentatively bites one of the coins and puts it back.
Yep, it is definitely gold for sure.
I go digging through there, fully expecting there's a mask in there somewhere.
Nope, there's not.
We didn't want these gold coins.
Where's the mask?
This is bullshit.
We wanted to collect the whole set.
This is like Cracker Jacks with no prize in the bottom.
Yeah, this gold is not useful.
Here, hold this, Stephen.
Anyway, Steven, here, hold these pieces. We're gonna see if there's any. Maybe there's a
There's
false
anything
bottom.
useful.
He's got these gold stacks.
Are these? Does anyone know? Are these doubloons?
They indeed are doubloons, yeah.
Yar.
Doubloons.
Yar!
And yeah, I don't know what the going price is right now, but it is a lot of money worth of gold there.
How much is a doubloon?
How much is a doubloon worth? Your Google search history.
Well, I don't know the how the whole jurisdiction thing works with finding a chest of gold in a secret
Maritime
hatch
law.
in a lighthouse.
Gold doubloon worth $16 more than 2 centuries ago, expected to fetch at least $5 million at auction.
Wow. Pretty much like Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yar coin.
Yar
Yar
coin.
going.
Pirate Bay.
There are footsteps on the stairs behind you too.
Oh no.
I take a position beside the door, trying to be
Pick.
hidden with my pick.
Oh, there are probably other random objects around here that you can use, Uru.
Oh, it's a good point. It's a very good point.
And someone is
picks.
just sort of walking casually down, and Steven is just agog at the treasure, kind of like looking at them and pulling it up. And someone just sort of casually comes down the stairs. And again, it's like a 30-foot-ish room. And the stairs just like come down like in a basement. And they are not trying to be stealthy at all.
Stealthy.
It looks like it looks womany on the bottom. It has boots and a long skirt, and as you come down,
Steven, close the hatch. Close the hatch. Close the hatch.
there is a
Close the
hand
hatch.
with a revolver attached to whoever's coming down, and as they get to the middle of the stairs, you can see their whole body, which includes a face that is covered with a featureless mask.
There's the mask. We found it.
We knew we'd find it.
We knew it was going to show up.
And a voice that sounds familiar, but you're not sure if you can make it out because of the mask.
Gary.
Just says, you hear the words, that belongs to the midwives.
Hey, remember the midwives from way back when?
Oh, the fragrant.
Oh.
Fragrant boy.
No.
Yeah.
what I was saying about maritime law before wasn't really. It's just.
And none of us really have a need for any wealth. We're all pretty comfortable.
We're doing okay.
Yeah.
Steven hears the voice and turns around. He's like, excuse me, ma'am, you can't be down here. This is, and she just shoots him. And he
I think it's time for some MacGyvering.
Surprised and looks over at Rue and slumps against the wall with hands full of gold coins. And she turns the gun towards Hyacinth.
Oh, yeah.
No!
What are y'all doing?
What's in the room that I might be able to use?
I mean, you tell me.
Oh, I thought.
Workshop, machine room.
Can I be using my medical bag on him? Is he dead?
I mean, he's pretty clearly dead.
Oh.
He's like, TB.
Put a
just,
band-aid
I
on
got
him.
shot. I'm dead.
Okay. Back to MacGyvering.
Yeah, I can't tell you. You have to tell me, right?
Oh, we have to do this part.
Yeah,
I
can
can't tell you
also
what's in the room.
pull something if I wanted to.
Well, you have 2 picks. Just kidding. We're in the basement. So we know that there was like cleaning supply stuff and generator and but what is really near us is like one of those giant washers.
Okay.
What do you mean by washer?
Like a
ring of
ring.
Okay, yeah,
metal.
like a big,
metal,
like, not like a
Oh
washing
yeah,
machine.
not like a washing machine.
Not like a washing machine, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hefty washer. It's like a.
Nice, I like it.
It's a big washer.
And there's also an open can of fuel oil next to you.
There is.
I like where we're going.
Yeah, okay. And you have to give me a third thing, don't you, Mark?
That's how we've been doing it so far.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused by the you tell me.
Oh yeah, sorry. And there's
I don't understand.
I don't know. Tell us first.
And there's the big heavy lid of the hatch. Like the manhole cover kind of.
Right. All right.
It's obvious.
Yep. Getting there. Okay. Got the scenario. The washer, luckily the washer is within reach. So I grab the washer, I fling it like a frisbee, like a Tron disc, and it hits the fuel, which then topples over and covers the hatch in the fuel. Now, and the hatch was sitting in such a way so it's like square, it's like, and so it's like the corner of the hatch was like slightly over the opening a little bit, so that I can barely, with all my old lady strength, manage to heave my pick over right onto that corner, which levers the hatch upward, flinging all the fuel into and all over the face and body of said intruder.
All right.
Hopefully,
what do you think the worst thing that's going to happen?
With no sparks.
The worst thing that can happen, I think, is that there is a spark and she catches on fire and dies, because I'm not trying to kill nobody here.
Yeah, even worse than that.
Make the generator explode. Generator explodes.
The entire room goes up.
Explodes!
And it explodes, taking you in the lighthouse with it.
And they really hate Brindlewood Bay because we destroyed the historic Mucky Point lighthouse.
And this has rendered all of the gold unreachable.
Yep.
And the gold is one molten brick which sinks to the bottom of the sea.
It's a vitality roll.
Oh no.
No.
What
with advantage, right?
Vitality. Oh yeah, that's what my power is. That's what it does, right? It gives me
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah, just double checking it. Advantage, vitality. Hey, at least it's not a negative, so we got that going for us. Oh, this. Oh wait, I can't see my camera. 11.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ours goes to 11.
Tell me how it goes down.
It goes down exactly as I expressed, and the fuel. What? And this is what I was going for. The
Like
fuel
I
actually
said.
does manage to get in the mask and
Into
like
the
blind
mask.
her, and so
Yeah.
she can't see, and it's like probably can't breathe, and probably has to pull the mask off
Yeah.
as she
Yes.
as she likely falls down this, at least
The remaining
tumbles
steps.
down the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like clawing on her mask and like pulls it off, and she's facing the wall. She pulls the mask off and tumbles down the stairs. And actually, yeah, 11's pretty good. She hits the bottom of the stairs and either hits her head or something else, but she is not moving. She's
No death.
She's face down at the bottom of the stairs, grasping the mask.
Can I grab
Covered in
the
fuel.
revolver?
Yeah,
Grab
I'd
it.
like to get that gun away from
get
her.
A good idea.
get the revolver immediately.
Is there anything in here we can tie her up with?
Oh, wait, this is a Rue pattern.
Hyacinth somehow has found rope.
I mean, it seems like there'd be
Yeah,
something in there.
it's
somewhere.
it's
By the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of ropes and
And
chains.
she's
there,
like
and
tying
gauges.
up this mystery woman while whistling a sea shanty.
And
to
luckily,
herself.
luckily, Hyacinth. We see that Hyacinth also found a book on nautical knots. So that's
Yeah.
One of us,
handy.
one of us should have taken knitting as our
Yeah.
pastime.
When you turn her over to get her tied up, you see that it is indeed Eleanor.
Oh, good, not Dolores.
Oh, woo!
That was,
I was
no,
worried
that
Dolores
would
was
be if you
mixed up in
failed
this.
the roll.
Oh, God. What is
No.
the worst thing that could happen here?
It would be
we find out
Dolores.
it's Dolores.
Dolores is a traitor. That's the worst.
I like that earlier. The worst thing that could happen is that the sheriff would answer at the police station.
He doesn't like us.
So she
Doesn't
and
like
she's
us.
still clutching the mask with her left hand, and as you can see, it is very similar to the mask that you found in the attic. There's no clasps or any other things like that. Just sticks to the face.
It's unnatural.
What would that do?
I guess what we should also, if I can't remember if you said you already did or not, but like, we should check Steven, make sure is he dead or
He is dead.
All right, yeah, I tried to check him
Hmm.
with the ear, nose, and throat.
No pulse.
I mean, this is, yeah, we have to involve the authorities now, don't we? Somebody's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least to get to the body to somewhere cold. That's the
mean,
order of
yeah.
operations that we do.
And I guess we have no choice.
Is there a fish market nearby?
Is there a
Well, we
fish?
don't- we
I
don't-
do need to see Etienne.
We
So
have
maybe
to
we could
talk
call Etienne.
to Alvin.
Yeah, but we do know Dolores is working the night shift tonight.
It's true.
Yeah, but I mean, we're in Mucky Point and she's in Brindlewood.
Mhm. I guess we do have to call Alvin.
I don't see any way to avoid involving Alvin. As much as I would love to.
There was a phone back at the shack.
But what if he's a part of this?
Oh, what if he is a point of this?
I don't know if we can trust anybody
That's a good point.
except
We
for
can
each
trust
other.
Dolores.
Except for Dolores. She would never get mixed up in this.
Well, you know what? If
Unless we
nothing
roll
else,
really badly.
if nothing else, Dolores would know what we should do.
Yes.
Yes.
We could do a Cyrano de Bergerac and have Dolores tell us what to do. And we could be Dolores.
I guess we should call Dolores.
Yeah. we should call
Explain the
Dolores.
situation.
Yeah, it's probably sunrise. Sun is coming
Oh
up.
my God.
Y'all are real tired, and you call Dolores. And,
Us.
she's
There's bye.
and probably like hungover also. Dolores answers the phone. She's like, "Oh, hey, ladies, I was just about to turn in or punch out. I have not heard back from the hospital yet, but no one knows anything. She just vanished, like vanished. They checked the security tapes. There's nothing coming out of the hallways. Of course, they don't have cameras in the rooms. That's an invasion of privacy. But security didn't see anything. No one reports anything. She just, I mean, unless she climbed out the window or something, I don't see how she could have gotten out.
Well, Dolores, we have a slightly more urgent matter we need your wisdom upon.
Oh, yeah. Is this about breakfast?
No, so here's the thing. We were in the lighthouse with Steven.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
And we found a chest full of gold.
No.
At which point, Eleanor, the museum keeper here in Mucky Point, came in wearing a mask and killed Steven.
Like a Halloween mask?
Well, a very strange, like faceless wooden mask.
Faceless, like
Have you ever seen anything like that on anyone?
I'm not sure I understand. Can you describe it a little bit?
I'll describe the mask to her.
Yeah. So how does she see out of it?
I don't know, but she said that the gold belonged to the midwives, and then she shot Steven and killed him.
Wait, several questions. Who are the midwives? Steven is dead?
Steven is dead.
Where's Eleanor?
She is here subdued. We have subdued her.
And I'm sorry, I need more information.
So do we.
Well, 2 hitch knots and...
Yes, luckily Hyacinth found a book on nautical knots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yes, that's why.
So here's our dilemma. We obviously don't know if the local constable can be trusted.
Alvin
Yes.
Shane?
Because there is some larger conspiracy afoot. We are sure of this.
A conspiracy?
Yet someone is dead. So obviously we, have to do something, right?
I think calling the sheriff or the constable would be the first step.
You think even if you are not sure the constable is trustworthy?
What leads you to believe that it might not be trustworthy?
Inez said so.
Because earlier we trusted...
Inez put forth that idea, and I thought it sounded totally plausible.
This is often the way things go.
Let me talk to Inez.
Oh, hi, Doris.
Hi, Inez. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm so sorry. It sounds like you've had a rough night.
It has been a long night.
So you don't think you can trust the sheriff?
We can't trust anybody except for ourselves.
What about me? What about Gary? What about Sheriff Wyman?
Well, you and Gary are fine.
You're on our VIP always trust list.
Always trust list. It's a very short list now. This is the second time we've been trying to solve a crime and someone's tried to come and hurt us. So we just would wonder, if you were in this situation, what would you do? Just run us through the hypothetical.
It sounds like you've detained the suspect, and I would call the police next.
Okay, we did that. You are the police, Dolores.
Dolores. We don't have jurisdiction here. You'd have to call the local.
Yeah, but if this was Brindlewood Bay, what would you do? Dolores.
I would call Sheriff Wyman.
All right, we did, and you answered. So tell us what you would do if you were Sheriff Wyman and better at it. But you are.
I would take Eleanor into jail.
By the way, you should ask him for a raise. I looked at the statistics, and most police women do not know that they are not being paid the same amount as their male constituents. It is 71%.
I've done I sent Sheriff Wyman a spreadsheet, and he said he's getting around to it.
He needs to make the pay transparent at the station. If he's got nothing to hide, he needs to.
Hyacinth has dozed off at this point.
Thank you, Dolores, for your wise counsel. We'll take it from here.
As you're talking to Dolores, you hear another pair of footsteps upstairs.
Oh.
Can we get the hatch? Oh wait, the hatch is too heavy. I was gonna use it as a shield.
Oh
You can like
man,
prop it up if you want.
there's something I want to do here, but I don't think it will work.
I mean, I'm
Send the
not sure
Kiko.
how, but it
I
seems
know,
like
I
a good
wanted to-
chance for you to undermine authority.
I wanted to float the idea of pulling my Rick and AJ at this point
Yeah.
and make our new appearance is a very stylish and severe woman who looks
Yes.
like walked out of The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Aster.
just kind of clucks her tongue at Hyacinth and says, God, I have to get my big sister out of trouble again.
Perfect.
Aster.
I think that's a good place to cut it.
Pretty good. That's
Aster's like,
that feels like an
what
episode
is-
ending.
What is happening here?
Do we know who that is, or have we ever met your sister?
Probably heard her talk about it, right?
Or I'm just wondering
Yeah.
if, like, before you say anything, do we look at you like, do we need to throw fuel on her too? What's happening?
Oh yeah. I
We
think
need to
you
pick her?
know
What's-
Aster exists, but you've never met her before.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
There might be pictures or something, and yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if I'd recognize her, or if I'd be like, another.
Yeah, I feel
intruder.
like your first instinct is like grabbing another thing.
I'm about to do another Rube Goldbergian move.
Yeah.
When it becomes
She's not
obvious they
wearing a
know
mask,
each
so
other.
that's a good start.
Rube Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg.
Nice.
Awesome.
It's no longer the MacGyver move; it's the Rube Goldberg move.
I was
Goldberg.
hoping that when we do the Remington, that Hyacinth would turn around and be someone different.
And
And
be
it,
Jeffrey Chavez again.
and it would just be not necessary, but just there.
Oh man.
Oh, where'd Hyacinth go? Jeffrey Chavez is here, though. So
I
charming.
needed to talk to him about some.
I was supposed to go on a date with him the other week.
Aster. Great.
Turns out he had double booked and had another date at the same time.
There was an
Oh.
emergency at the old hospital, and
Oh,
there's this kid got his intestines poking through his abdomen. It's all right. I won't trouble you with more.
Sweet. Let's look at the end of session stuff here.
No points.
I don't know that I did any.
I mean, if I wanted to be cheesy, I could argue I did both in one, but
I kind of think you did.
I mean, it feels like it. But I'm not.
Like
You know,
I shared wisdom with a young person, which is not on my list.
Okay, well, I'll take them both.
Yeah, I
Who are
shared
you?
a memory and I didn't have that on my list.
Yeah, I don't think I effectively doted on anyone or
Yeah.
undermined any authority.
I don't know. No, I did feel like. I mean, I thought Inez was doting on Stephen. So, for what that's worth, whether it's intentional or not.
Yeah, maybe it was Inez's version of doting.
Yeah, take it.
I was trying to use my Dale Carnegie tips.
Yeah,
Sure.
I am so bad at leading on my end of session things.
I mean, if Hyacinth wants to take secretly undermining the authority, like by not immediately going like, "There's been a murder right in front of us. We should go to the cops."
I think I'll take this as like the next one I get that feels kind of, I'll give myself the benefit on that one. I'll treat this as like
Right.
half a point.
I feel like we're also not usually very secret about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, but we didn't. Right now, it's a secret. We haven't. Right now, we have not called the sheriff, and he doesn't know about it.
That's true.
I would totally buy it.
Let's see. You have 1, 2, 3. You have 6 regular clues right now, and you're just running out the void clues.
We are going for that prize.
We've got our eyes on the.
Yeah.
When we get to the void mystery, we're gonna solve that thing in like 5 minutes.
We know there's a conspiracy, so we're going to investigate that.
The void mystery episode will be 10 minutes long.
It'll
Or
be
it'll just be really long and we're never gathering clues.
no. We just do scenes, and then the last hour of it is us putting together all of the clues that we have.
String
Just
them
having a
all.
long conversation.
We're gonna need like one of those movie boards with index cards and red string and
Yup.
all that.
I need to catch up with Etienne.
Oh,
Void
yeah.
clues.
Still do.
I was trying to find an excuse to bring him in instead of the sheriff, but I couldn't really justify it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, he could come get the body and put it on ice. He's our most reliable source of ice.
Well, I do figure whatever happens, unless we call Alvin, then whatever we do next will definitely be undermining authority.
We'll probably have to bury him by his mother.
Oh.
So sad.
And then take the gold.
And then the gold is ours.
There's a lot of gold.
And the lighthouse. We're the keepers now.
If for no other reason, then
Our lighthouse now.
if for no other reason, we need to defund the midwives.
Yeah.
Keep
I think
that
that
I don't like saying defund.
but the community could be
Reform
taking care of the
them.
same. No, I'm an abolition, not reform.
I mean,
Alvin sucks. Alvin sucks.
We'll take the chest of gold and use it to form an anti-midwife coalition force.
They
The
could be
midwives of the fragrantless void.
the community care of the fragrant void.
And we'll buy lots of bikes for the Brindlewood kids.
So many bikes.
So many bikes.
Just leave them somewhere to be stolen.
Just anonymous bikes. Free bikes everywhere.
If they're stealing bikes, they probably need some bikes.
Yeah, Brindlewood Free Bike Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got plans for that chest of doubloons.
BBFBP.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream.
Plans.
If someone is watching, good night.